So you're thinking of moving to Pismo Beach, located in California. But before you pack your bags, watch this video. I'm breaking down the neighborhoods, the lifestyle, the jaw-dropping ocean and mountain views, and the things you probably won't find in a travel guide. In this video, I'm going to take you through several residential communities that are in the area. I will let you know what the price points are, and each of these developments offers dramatic Pacific Ocean views, city vistas, mountain backdrops that will absolutely take your breath away, and what makes each of these neighborhoods unique, what the weather is like all year round, and what it means to live in a tourist destination, and what downtown Pismo Beach scene looks like when you call it home. Whether you're relocating from out of state, downsizing, or just dreaming about coastal living on the Central Coast, I'm here to help you every step of the way. My name is Bernie. You can contact me via phone, email, text. My information is down below. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the big picture about Pismo Beach and why so many people are looking at it right now. Pismo sits on the Central Coast of California, about halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. It is extremely small. The population is about 8,000 people, but it punches way above its weight. You've got the ocean, you've got the rolling hills, you've got nearby vineyards, you've got incredible small town energy that slows you down the best possible way. Now, before I get into the neighborhoods, I want to show you some of the most incredible views here that are in California, because this video is about helping you make the right decision, not just selling you a dream. So firstly, what I want to do is talk about the weather, because a lot of people who think about moving down here presume that our weather here will be like Southern California, and it's not. But I think it might even be a little better. Pismo Beach averages about 300 days of sunshine a year. Temperatures are extremely mild. You're looking at the high 60s during winter, up to the low 70s in summer, sometimes up to 85. But you can literally count those days on one hand. Sounds perfect, right? Well, here's the thing. We do have something here called the marine layer climate, which means in the morning, especially early spring all the way through to July, you'll wake up in the morning to fog, and the locals here call it June gloom. The marine layer will burn off about midday, and then we have extremely beautiful weather. Now, as a result of this marine layer, we don't need air conditioning. The winters here are mild, and when the sun does come out and hits the water, it is spectacular. I promised I would be honest with you, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is Pismo Beach is a very popular tourist town. Summers and holiday weekends, traffic in Price Street, which can be absolutely brutal. Parking near the pier is impossible. Restaurants have waits. But when you become a local, you know that these restaurants do not take reservations. So you go down early, have a quick cocktail, put your name on the list, and you have your reservation within a few minutes. If you're used to a quiet seaside estate, that part can be a real adjustment for you in Pismo Beach. But when you're a full-time resident, you know what to do. So what the locals do here is they do not buy downtown, unless that's something they thrive off. A lot of the folks will buy in the higher elevations where they get the views. They do not get the tourist vibe. When you live up in Pismo Heights and Sea View Estates, you look down at the action, you're not part of it. Also, tourism is not bad. It actually is part of what makes this beautiful little town what it is. It is why they're great restaurants, great wine bars, boutique shops, and a downtown scene that feels alive. You just have to learn how to navigate it like a local. Speaking about downtown, let me show you what it's like to actually be downtown. Price Street is the main drag, and it's charming. You've got seafood restaurants, wine tasting rooms, ice cream shops, boutiques, and a few really solid local spots that tourists don't always find. The pier itself is iconic. It's a classic wooden California pier, great for fishing, sunset walks, or just standing and taking it all in. What I love about that is that you get used to all of this. You pick up dinner at a great local spot, walk to the pier on a weeknight when it's extremely quiet, and you feel like you're living in a postcard. There's also a growing food and wine culture here. Pismo is close to Edna Valley and Avila Valley wine country that has spectacular wine. And San Luis Obispo is just up the road, 10 minutes away, if you want city amenities and spectacular restaurants again. The first development I'm going to talk about is Pismo Heights. This development sits elevated above the main town, and the views are extraordinary. You're looking out to the Pacific Ocean, you've got mountain views behind you, and depending on which lot you select, you can see the whole city spread out below. The feel here is an established and residential development with mature landscaping, smaller lots in many cases because you sit on a hill, but you have the most spectacular views of Grover Beach, the city of Pismo Beach, and the Pacific Ocean. The roads are steep. I would not suggest walking down to the beach. I would say drive down and drive back up home rather than the walk. And here the styles do vary. You'll find from classic California ranches to contemporary builds. The next development we're going to go through is Shell Beach. Shell Beach, honestly, is one of the most desirable coastal neighborhoods on the Central Coast, and it's very different from downtown Pismo. What makes Shell Beach very special is that it combines luxury coastal living, and it is quieter and has a more residential feel. It's extremely quiet. What makes it special? Shell Beach combines luxury coastal living with a quieter and a more residential atmosphere, even though it's technically part of Pismo Beach, but it feels so much different to downtown Pismo. This is an upscale, cliffside residential community rather than a tourist town. The caliber of homes in Shell Beach is extremely strong overall, especially compared to other Central Coast beach communities. You'll find everything from coastal beach cottages from the 40s and the 60s to stunning modern custom-built oceanfront estates worth millions of dollars. Some of the most sought-out streets include Shell Beach Road, Ocean Boulevard, Seaview Avenue, Sunset Palisades, the Bluffs, which is a gated community. The reason why buyers pay such a premium here comes down to three things: protected ocean views, quiet residential feel, and scarcity. You have also some incredible lifestyle amenities woven directly into the neighborhoods. Dinosaur Park, Margot Dodd Park, Spyglass Park, Pismo Preserve, which is nearby, that has hiking and preserved open space. It is absolutely beautiful, and the views there are spectacular. You have smaller cottages from the 40s and 60s that are priced around the $1 million mark, up to $1.5 million, depending on the size and what the updates are. The other homes, the beach front or with premium views, can command much higher prices, starting from $2 million on up. Sunset Palisades is spectacular, and honestly, when people ask me which neighborhood has the most dramatic views in Pismo Beach, this one is always in the conversation. Sunset Palisades is perched high on the bluffs, and the vantage point gives you layered views. You have the ocean in one direction, rolling hills in another, mountain views in another, and coastal views, and a huge Pacific Ocean view. On a clear day, you feel like you're living on top of the world. The neighborhood has a more secluded, private feel. It's quieter. The lots tend to give you a little bit more space, and the homes have an elevated coastal California architecture. As the name suggests, the sunsets here are absolutely next level. People drive up there just to watch them, and imagine doing that in your own backyard. A lot of you have asked questions about medical in this area. We actually have two large hospitals in San Luis Obispo, which is about 10 minutes away. There's Marion Hospital in Santa Maria, which is about 25 minutes away. Arroyo Grande has a small hospital, and that's about 5 minutes away. Your other options are Santa Barbara, 1 hour, 15 minutes away, or some of the bigger hospitals like UCLA and Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles, about 2.5 hours away. In terms of taxes, property taxes, your property taxes here are approximately 1.2% of the sales price, and sales tax on items purchased is about 7.75% tax. We also do have Proposition 13 in place, which is an initiative to limit property taxes to no more than 2% increase a year. So now you have it, Pismo Beach, the incredible weather, the stunning views, the charming downtown, and beautiful neighborhood. So if you're looking to make a move over here or even to consider it, please contact me. My name is Bernie Davidson. You can contact me via email, telephone, text. My information is linked below. I would really love to be your resource. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.